Let's talk about AI and how it can be used in both your personal and professional life. Our guest is a technology executive with massive experience, and she is driving the education and the awareness around AI, especially for women and minorities, and how to embrace it and how to use it. Join the conversation with me and Grace Francisco as we tackle how to get shit done with AI. Get Shit Done in a Flash, a mini-series presented by the GST Factor podcast. Hear from incredible leaders, entrepreneurs, investors, trailblazers, individuals that are influencing and changing the conversations in episodes that are no longer than 7 minutes long. Let's continue to step into our extraordinary and get shit done in a flash.
I've had a very long career in tech, 20 plus years. I ended up becoming what's called a developer evangelist at Microsoft. I was running around the world. These days, I'm what I like to call good trouble, chief troublemaker in the Philly area. Just trying to connect the dots and figure out what we need here to help startups be successful in this area. It's interesting, sort of the fear and anxieties and people have about AI. Actually, AI has been here for a long time. It's been in your phones. It's been in Alexa. It's been a lot of things all around you. The only reason why it's really a prominent piece of conversation now is because of OpenAI and ChatGPT just really taking off in a way where it wasn't just us business and tech people using it. Consumers, students, everyday people were suddenly using it. So everyone around you talking about this ChatGPT thing and what they were doing to experiment with it or not because they were afraid of it. For me, let's start with my concern about what women interacting with generative AI products just at large, which is that many women, and there's Harvard did a report on this, they looked at 18 global studies across the globe, across industries, and women generally were 18 points behind in adoption of AI. And when we think about these numbers, Misha, in terms of women in tech, and women and business in general, we already have a huge wage gap, no matter what your profession is. We are going to make it that much worse if we don't hop on this train. AI is here to stay, and it is an enabler in your work productivity and innovation and planning and so many things. And if you don't lean into it, you're going to get left behind really quickly because it's moving that fast. It's rapid. I want women to really embrace it. Yes, we know that the training is terrible in terms of the bias that's in there. But you know what? That ain't going to fix itself. It's just not. And guess what? These tools all have some level of feedback that you can provide. When you see that outcome and you go, that's bias, that doesn't represent me, tell it. You got to tell it so that the training data gets better. Don't be afraid of using it because, yes, we all know there's going to be a level of bias. The only way that's going to fix itself is that people are involved on the product side, absolutely. But you, as users, got to give it feedback. Give it strong feedback every single time. You do have to tap back into that 5-year-old version of yourself and that wonder and excitement of all the new things that you're learning about, all things around you. Let's put aside this dystopian view of what could happen with AI and the bots taking over. We need to encourage and embrace the fact that we, the human beings, if we can put on the positive hat of our 5-year-old selves and embrace that opportunity of what AI can provide us in a positive way and can influence that outcome to be a positive thing, that is the thing that is a potential strength. It's kind of like when we talk about achieving your goals, you have to be able to really visualize what it is. And what we should be visualizing is the positive outcomes that AI can actually provide. Yes, we should also put guardrails. We should be aware of the potential risks and concerns, but let's move forward in a constructive way because there are so much really positive things that can come out of this from healthcare, cancer, identifying that level of transparency that we need to provide in terms of the data, how it's trained, what it's optimized for is very important. And the thing for a lot of people to know, especially the general audiences who are not in our tech bubble, who don't know about this, ChatGPT is using general LLM. So it's trained across very general things. And there are other platforms where the training data is very specific to financial data or healthcare data. And that's the right thing to do because you don't want it training off of something from a Reddit forum as an example that will then tell you that you have cancer. You don't want that. And so being mindful and understanding where is that data coming from? How is that being built? How is it training is very important as you look at different solutions in your work and in your just home life as you're doing consumer research on a girls' weekend away with your poker pals. With every technology stage that we've had, I mean, with computers, with the internet, with cloud, there's been some level of fear factor that happens with every advent of new technology that comes in, every disruptive set of technologies. I would say that if you can look at the positive pieces, again, bringing your 5-year-old version of yourself and the wonder and the openness of the opportunity, there's so much that you can then take on. Embrace the change for what it is, because guess what? It opens up other doors of opportunities if you're willing to ride it out and open your eyes and see what lays ahead. If you can just set aside the fear for a little bit and look ahead of you and understand what the opportunity is, those are the people that can then step in through the door and see all the massive opportunities ahead.
Thank you for listening to Get Shit Done in a Flash, a mini-series by the GSD Factor podcast. Are you an influential leader that has a dream to write a book and put your words out into the world? Reach out to us today so we can help make your book dream a reality. Let's get shit done.